Hello everybody, we're going to be doing some Guild War today. On the main account, I haven't started yet, and we're up against AncientSG. They're doing pretty well, they're almost already at our fort, or our stronghold I should say. This used to be a top 20 guild, I don't think they are anymore. Not at the moment. We did fight these guys before, right here. We did fight them before a few days ago, about 11 days ago, and we got destroyed. So hopefully we can handle them this time. So without further ado, let's get started. So the theme of this video, or this guild war, is I'm going to be taking on specifically towers that revolve around the Charles SSB comp. And I'm going to show you a consistent way to handle it, no matter what. And this is like a high-end guild war. So it should work like in lower guild wars as well. So without further ado, let's see what happens. So for the bottom team, which is the real team we're trying to beat today, it's the meta comp. I'm going to be attacking them with Ox, Cdom, Carmen, pretty reliable. We one-tap Charles, one-tap SSB, and then we 3v1 the FCC. Only chance of losing is if we get outsped or if Ox laps the SSB, which can be a problem. For the top team, we got Charon, Charles, and Motmo. Basically, Biken's only going to attack the Motmo. Motmo has high effect res. I don't think the Biken has high enough effectiveness to contest that. So she won't be getting bleeds, and she can just cleanse herself of that. She'll also handle the Dizzy, who will be constantly doing AoEs, which will give Charles a higher chance to proc his Elberus. And Dizzy starts off missing, which means Charon on his Moonlight Dreamblade will get attack buff before his turn. He's on immunity, so he doesn't worry about the debuffs. So he'll basically one-tap the Biken, and then we'll deal with the Dizzy and made Chloe with Elberus procs, basically. So let's see what happens. Biken's the faster one. She actually landed a bleed on my Motmo. That's not good. Through 160 effect res. Very impressive. That still won't be enough to kill us. Oh, Charles, you didn't want to proc on that immunity? Nah. So, I'm probably just going to heal up Motmo. Just get her back to where she needs to be. Charon's got his attack buff. He should be able to one-tap this Biken. Very nice. And then Charles. Just get his buffs up, get his defense up, get an AoE attack to the team. Biken is dealt with. Now we need to handle the Dizzy. That Dizzy seems really fast. She's on Edeka's, so she's all about cycling. Can you dispel that for me, Charles? Or kill her, that also works. Here we go. Oh yeah. Alright, so she has about 2 turns on that. She seems to be on Water's Origin. Should I go for the more damage or try to dispel? Maid Chloes typically have a lot of effect res, so let's try and go for more damage. Alright, Charles. There we go. No crit. Damn, that she goes far up. Can we try sleeping her? Nope. And then stun. Oh, nice, nice. This should kill. Very nice. K-Rod is just so good. If you have him, build him. He's so much worth. So yeah, this is basically how you beat this comp. If you have any trouble with this comp, this is one of the ways. Another way is using Elena, which I might try later on. But this is the way I typically handle it. And then you one-tap this Charles. 30k. That bitch is not surviving. We lapped her. That's not good. That's what I was afraid of. But at least we can get rid of that skill though. This is also another reason why your Ox should be a little bit tanky. Because he's going to be eating this. Wow, she doesn't do any damage. That's weird. That FCC is going to lap, but it's fine. She's only going to hit Carmen. That's fine. And then we Soul Burner. And then look whose turn it is. Ox. And then if you can't kill her once, you can try again. This time with attack. And then you just 3v1 the CC. It's just such a safe comp. And there is no way this FCC can beat us.
Should I fight like lots? Take this. Look at me. I said look at me.
And there you have it. Pretty easy.
Of course I'm the greatest. Woohoo!
Alright, so we're starting with our second fight. We're specifically looking for teams that have Charles SSB there. And this is another way you could handle it, which is Elena plus 2 single target nukers, right? So the idea of this team is you want Elena to be slower than the FCC. FCCs are usually around 180 to 240, like around that speed. They usually hit 200, right? 180 to 200. They very rarely reach 240. But it can happen. So basically my Elena is like 170 speed. So basically we want FCC to go first, attack my whole team. It'll proc Elena's S2, which will heal the team and push herself up because she has Tome, which will put her ahead of their team. Basically, then she can do her S3, get rid of the skill null on their team, and provide invincibility to my 2 nukers. They'll be safe, SSB and Charles will go, and then Sermia will nuke Charles, and then CDOM will nuke SSB. The reason I went with CDOM is because I don't really have any single target green nukers. I do have Euphine, who I think is better for this, personally, but I don't have gear on her right now. But ideally, you could put Sermia and any like other nuker. Honestly, you could put any 2 single target nukers. You could even put Arbiter Vildred if you really want to. That's another option. But this is a much more like easier way of doing it. But yeah, so S3 from Elena, then Sermia, nuke Charles, then CDOM for the souls, nuking SSB. Top team, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't exactly know how to fight this team. So we're just hoping Kayron can solo it. Euphine is going to destroy Montmo. That is not going to be fun. Kayron might actually kill Flurry if he goes after the maid. Although I'm pretty sure that's a speed Kayron. So we'll see what happens. Grader's Alexa's basket. Off to a good start. I think Flurry's dead. Ooh. But she's silenced. That's not good. Looks like we already lost. This is not good. That's also an effect res made, Chloe. That's not good. On Tonfas. Ah, Flurry's dead. I wonder if we can... Oh, barely? Rip. If we get rid of that, he won't AoE. So let's do this. This is still winnable. We still got this. You know, I thought he wouldn't, you know, have buffs. But I was mistaken. This is gonna hurt.
Everything disappears. Away with you.
Flurry's dead.
I'll keep going.
Fuck. Alright, this is good because our Charon has immortality. This is still winnable. He's gonna get silenced. Damn.
Scream for me.
Yeah, I have to yield out. We can't win that. I still don't know how to fight that team, but I'm learning. I should probably put immunity on my Flurry. But, you know, you learn, you grow.
My past, regrets, and
This is what we want.
I'll sever everything with this.
4K, damn.
Salvation.
Just heal that back up.
Children of the stars will be saved
So, let's show you how it works.
forever in the light of the stars.
Oh, Elbrus, that's not good.
Kneel before my sword of light.
Shall we get going?
Did not expect the Sirmia to go before the SSB. That is a problem. But wait, we're gonna crit, which means Sedom should get pushed up.
I'll bet my entire fortune on victory.
Do we need to soul burn on that? Ah, we'll be fine.
No mercy. In a real fight.
Oh my god, he's bulky. He crit? Ah.
I will show you the power of Nick's strongest.
This is not very good, is it? I probably should have soul burned, but the reason I kept it was for this. Alright, Charles. Aw, she's dead.
How disappointing.
That didn't go as well as I expected. Literal int. Oof.
See of me.
So that last fight did not go well at all. I got my ass handed to me. But we're going up against the meta team of Charles SSB once again to see what happens, you know. Usually I can handle it, but with higher in Guild Wars, anything can happen. So for the bottom team, we're going to try Elena again, once more. Basically, Crow should be the one going first, but with Arby and SSB behind her, she should be enough to handle this. For the top team, they got all green against all fire. Basar Lilius is pretty much one of the few counters to Basar, and I don't think he's going to hit Lilius and Akades in the same S3, so one of them should be fine. And if worst case scenario, if Vildred does crit all three of my fires, Charon will clean them up. That Sid has no awakening, so he's basically there just as an imprint. So I'm expecting him to have no gear, but even if he does have gear, there is no speed buff on this team, so we should be fine.
To put an end to this.
Alright, he hit Lilius, which isn't the best, but should be fine. Idols cheer.
Salvation for those who fall in battle.
That Sid has gear, but we should be able to get rid of this Vildred.
For the goddess.
Who is he gonna hit? Let's try and protect Akades. I feel like he's gonna do something dirty.
Excuse me. Cut and slice.
Crit on fire. That's weird.
Show you who's in charge.
I kind of don't want to deal with his debuffs. Resistance. Fuck me.
You're boring me now. Ashes to ashes. Your dynamics.
Oh, let's just whack him.
All right. Try me.
I'll come to aid.
Pretty easy. For the record, you probably shouldn't have mono element on your defense.
This is what you get.
The SSB goes first. Very interesting.
May blessings be upon you.
He can't be buffed though, which is a problem.
The stars light our way.
So RB's gonna die, but SSB should be fine. And she could actually solo this. Probably not Charles, but... And theirs also has Proof of Valor, while being that fast. Should be fine.
Prepare yourself. For King Arthur.
That is a 19k Charles? Really? That's not the basket prop I wanted, but it's the one I have. 19k Charles. This guy knows what he's doing. Ah, mischance on all of them. That's good. Actually, that crowd might be a problem because he's gonna S3 someone.
Let's start with something light. It's too late to
Need to kill that crowd. But with the fence buff, that's not gonna happen. Oh, he's gonna kill. Oh, he's gonna go for RB. Even with miss, which he's not going to, it will kill,
Beyond the sky.
which is fine. We need to work on this, Charles. 19k.
Correct your posture.
Doesn't hit that hard,
I'll show you what I've got.
but we need to stop this.
I won't go easy on you.
Decrease defense, that's good. Is he on counter? No, he's gonna lose his buffs this turn.
The stars light our way.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be on counter set. But he's got a lot of, like, HP and stuff.
Children of the stars will be saved.
Run before it's too late.
Who taught you?
He might win just by nature of having so much HP. Or that.
This victory was promised to us.
And yeah, that's how you do it. So overall, a pretty okay Guild War. We went 4-2, which is very unfortunate. We also got 2 tapped, but then again, keep in mind this is AncientSG. It's a pretty high level guild. They used to be in the top 20, but they are not anymore. But they, after this Guild War, I'm pretty sure they will be. Right now we're 36, and we'll probably get knocked down to like 45 after this. But yeah, that is Guild War. Let me show you the stats. So this was the Kairon I used. He's still on a speed set, but I pretty much gave up like full like speed boots for attack boots and gave him immunity. Makes him a little bit more reliable. I went with the damage dealt on S3 exclusive equipment. Makes him do more damage, makes him more threatening. He's also on Dreamblade instead of Basket, which is what he used to be on. This means if he goes up against Dizzies or anybody misses on him, he'll get his attack buff on his turn, so he'll do a little bit more damage. This is the RB I use, Arbor de Vildred, does a lot of damage on Basket, does what he needs to. This is the Sermia, who had 1 Guild War and immediately got destroyed because she didn't one-shot the Charles. But yeah, she did alright. If I would have Soul Burn, she would have killed, but she also doesn't have maxed out S3, but, you know. This is the SSB I used. Pretty happy with how she is. Pretty tanky, pretty bulky, does a lot of damage on Proof of Valor. I think I used Charles in one of these. So this is Charles, pretty basic on a counter immunity set. On Elbrus with his best EE, which is chance of activating Smash, increased by 10%. This is the Sedom. She is beautiful. Pretty key character when you want to deal with the Charles SSB comps. Pretty great. is my Flurry. I'm probably going to get rid of the hit chance set and give her immunity after that showing. She did not do very well against Kairon, but you know. This is Montmo. Very proud of her. She's 135, but with her Ego Imprint, she goes up to like 150 plus pretty easily. This is the Lilius I used. Pretty basic, pretty decent effectiveness. 220 speed, 20k HP on immunity set and Aureus. This is the Ox. He's pretty basic. He's on speed, immunity, and pretty bulky. I could probably bump him up to over 240 speed very easily, but he won't have his immunity set, and I kind of want him to keep that. This is the Elena. Pretty basic. I kept her slow on purpose. I could push her to like 230, but I wanted to go after the FCCs, so she's sitting at 175 on immunity and plus 30 Magara's Tome. Then it's the Carmen, another very important person if you want to deal with Charles SSB. Pretty basic. I made her fast, so she goes after the CR push ahead of the FCCs and Charles and all that on immunity, just in case something happens. And finally, we got Akades on Idol's Chair. Pretty good as a bait. Pretty good if you're going against like Kairon or like Charles. You bring 2 fire versus Charles who only attack the center. Pretty good for Dark Corvus. But yeah. That's Guild War. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.